You know, we live in a day and age where it seems like everything's out of control. And we often wonder, why all the meanness? Why all this stuff going on? And, you know, we live in a day and age of self-centeredness, where people are all about themselves and what they can get for themselves. And even at times, at the expense of others. Most of the time, at the expense of others. But what these self-centered people either do not know or do not care about is that the Bible strongly condemns self-centeredness. God characterizes self-centeredness as a sin that leads to various problems and hinders the relationship with Him. The Bible emphasizes the importance of humility, selflessness, and service to others, contrasting these virtues with the negative consequences of prioritizing our own desires and interests above all else. The Bible suggests that selfishness is at the heart of sin, stemming from humanity's desire to be autonomous and independent from God. And that's why we see a lot of empty churches this day and time. People don't want to be close to God. They want to be separated from God. Self-centeredness can lead to a lack of love, and it can lead to a lack of compassion for others. 1 John 3:17 questions how God's love can be present in someone who sees others in need but doesn't offer any help. Self-centered people are unable to please God. Romans 8, verse 8 tells us. And are likely to experience disorder and evil practices in their lives. James 3:16 teaches us. 2 Timothy 3:2 warns of people who will be lovers of themselves, boastful, arrogant, highlighting the dangers of pride associated with self-centeredness. Selfishness often leads to broken relationships, as it prevents people from truly connecting with and caring for others. The Bible emphasizes love as the opposite of selfishness. Jesus taught that the greatest commandment of all is to love God and others as they love themselves. Philippians 2, 3-4 encourages believers to consider others more than themselves and to look out for the interest of others. Jesus Christ calls us to deny self, take up our cross, and follow Him daily, which demonstrates a willingness to prioritize Christ's will over our own. 1 Corinthians 10:24 instructs believers to seek the good of others rather than their own self-interest. But there are many today who are only driven by self-interest. They miss the greatest commandment because they don't love others. Jesus said, love others as you love yourself. You look around us today, there's many who don't love themselves very much because of the lack of love they show for others. In closing tonight, let me say, the Bible presents self-centeredness as a detrimental trait with negative consequences for those and their relationships, while promoting selflessness, humility, and love as essential virtues for a fulfilling life. A true relationship with God is made up of faith, love for others, and a humbleness. I encourage you tonight, all of it, whether you're watching by YouTube or here at the church, I encourage you, give your all to God. Give it all to God. Trust in Him. I can't promise you that life will be a rose garden for you, but I can tell you it'll be a whole lot better with God leading the way. Trust in God. Whatever your needs, you come.